Hey, I'm Laura Hamill, editor of Swimmer Magazine, and I'm here with Kyle Deary, and we're going to test some paddles. And Kyle and I were part of a group of swimmers who tested paddles for the May-June issue of Swimmer Magazine. We just tested the Tier Catalyst BRITES. It's overall, I think, a great paddle. I felt good with all three, freestyle, backstroke, and breaststroke. It's kind of a weird shape. They look kind of like a lobster claw, but they seem to give you the best of both worlds. You can feel your stroke, you can have some resistance, and get some lift on the breaststroke. I just think it's an all-around good paddle.
I like the keyhole cut out in the middle there because it gave the paddle some flexibility, and like you said, it was the best of both worlds. That big hole in the middle helped you get your technique down, but also it's large enough to feel some power.
I like them for pulling breaststroke because they get the catch. You really feel the catch and know exactly where you're going to catch there. They're a little cumbersome when you come through, but that's not a big deal. What you're working on is the pull through and with the forearms. So.
I like barracudas in backstroke because the minute you make the pitch, it helps you grab the water with comfort, where in the other strokes when I use them, I found that my hands would shift position because they were curved, but in backstroke they're very comfortable and there's no strain on the shoulders.
We just did the SPEEDO, a power paddle.
You can really feel the power and the fact that these don't waver at all, but if you're really looking to go fast, those would be a good paddle for really getting it going.
Yeah, these are the STINGRAY 4000s. What I like about them, first thing is they're really easy to get on and off. So if you're kind of waiting until the last second for the set to start, you can put them on really quickly. They stay on well, really comfortable. So I really like them. Of all the paddles I tested, these are my favorites.
And they've got a slight fluted design, which is actually very comfortable. The tubing assembly is super easy on and off and very comfortable and yet very secure.
I like them for freestyle, but for the other strokes, not so much. The backstroke in particular, I think it was because the wings on the side here just were a little too much, and it kind of wavered the paddle a little bit, and I couldn't get my technique down at all.
I like these water gears for a couple reasons. I think that the plastic is a nice amount of thinness. It's not a big paddle. I don't really like big paddles. They have a little bit of curve in the palm, which is good for helping get a nice catch at the beginning of my stroke.
They actually perform pretty well. The strap assembly is similar to the STINGRAY, not quite as easy on and off, but very comfortable and secure. The curve on these is very slight, as you can see.
I like these for freestyle. I felt the initial part of my catch was spot on, and then as I got further back towards the bottom of the S, it really helped me loop it out and get a wide base there.
I did like them for backstroke. I don't know why, but they felt pretty good doing backstroke. There's a little recessed area for the thumb to fit in, which actually felt pretty good.
These paddles are a little more flexible than the other ones that we've tested, so it's, I don't know if they're as good for power, but I did like the flexibility on them.
The star paddle, which is billed as sort of something that's supposed to be easier on the shoulders, and maybe that's because of the large holes or the cutouts, but I love these paddles. I don't know why, but they just feel good. All three strokes, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle, felt awesome with these paddles. I used no wrist strap, but I felt like I had complete control and felt like I was going fast and maintaining good form. These were my favorite paddles overall.
I like these because it really helped me get a good catch at the beginning of the stroke, and I found that it didn't put a strain on my shoulder when I was using them, so I really liked it. It also helped me lengthen my stroke.
They fit my hand perfectly. They stay stable when I'm swimming. They don't turn like some other paddles do, and I get a great catch at the top of my stroke. But most importantly, I haven't been able to pull for ages because I have a shoulder injury, and these do not aggravate my shoulder.
That does it for our paddle testing session with Kyle Deary, our sponsor executive and ex-gator swimmer. His expertise was very helpful in doing a final review of these paddles, and a whole lot of other people tested them as well, and I'll be compiling their results and what Kyle and I talked about today into a review.